Hey guys, okay, I'm sorry, I was just thinking, listening to you and thinking, next week so many things are going to be happening, and let's throw the Cleveland International Film Festival into all of the things that's going to happen next week. Cleveland's going to be on fire next week. There's so many things happening. But Patrick, oh boy, 60 countries, more than 260 films, shorts, documentaries, movies, 300 film directors are going to be in town.
Coming to Cleveland to engage Cleveland audiences.
A robust showing of a local talent in the film festival. But Akron has like 4 different films happening, correct?
I love it. My grandmother lived in Akron when I was growing up.
Okay.
So I'm pleased to share All You Hear Is Noise, which we talked about in the last segment, the documentary about Special Olympians. That's executive produced by LeBron James.
Okay, just a kid from Akron.
Yes. We've got closing night is, the film is called Devo, and it's about a documentary about Devo from Akron. And then we have a film about the Black Keys.
Okay.
And then part of our sports section this year, we have a documentary called False Positive, and it's about Butch Reynolds, who was a world record holder in track and field.
Okay.
And he got caught up in a botched steroid test.
Back in the
I think it was late 80s, early 90s.
Okay.
And it really messed with his career. But this is a great example that Butch Reynolds will be here at Playhouse Square to engage audiences, to talk to Clevelanders and Akronites after the film.
So as it turned out, it wasn't, it was negative.
Right, they botched it. It was early on when they started to test for steroids.
Wow. Okay, we're going to run a little clip from a film. This is interesting.
Trust in Black and White.
Trust in Black and White.
Great example of a local film. Debbie Plummer is the director, and she has bridging and bonding conversations amongst women about race.
Okay.
And actually what's going to happen is after one of the screenings here at Playhouse Square, the audience is going to be invited over to the SIF Conversation Center, which is in the Idea Center, Westfield Studio Theater, and Debbie is going to facilitate one of her bridging and bonding conversations.
Wow, so after seeing the movie, because it's women's take from different races on racism, and
that's correct.
In Cleveland.
Yes.
And the world.
Yes.
You know, microcosm to macrocosm. Okay, so, and then you get to engage with her and have a whole talk about the concept and how they were impacted by what they saw.
Exactly.
Which is great, because that's something that's really interesting about film festivals. You actually get a chance, in many cases, to talk to the director and say, okay, where were you going? Where were you pushing toward? What was the theme? So that's really awesome, isn't it?
Yeah, it's directors, it's actors, actresses, subjects of documentaries. Just like I mentioned, All You Hear Is Noise. All 3 of those Special Olympians are going to be here to engage Cleveland audiences as well. So
we have a link to your website. Go on and start researching which ones you want to see, because you can't see all 260 plus, right?
Right.
But you have a great opportunity to do this. About 7 days it kicks off, man.
April 3rd through the 13th at Playhouse Square, SIF 48 streams, April 14th through 21st.
An 11-day festival, correct?
Yes, sir.
Wow. All right, guys, you got to dig it. 48 years of the Cleveland International Film Festival, and Playhouse Square is our home base. Another beautiful lobby we're in right now.
Yep.
Back to you guys.
So great. Very lucky.
Thank you, Kenny.